Dear brothers and sisters, ever pondered on which professions are forbidden in Islam? It's a question that may have crossed your mind, especially when choosing a career path. Islam, being a comprehensive way of life, provides clear guidelines for every aspect, including our means of livelihood. The importance of earning a lawful and pure income cannot be overstated, as it directly influences our relationship with Allah, the Almighty. In the pursuit of sustenance, one must remember Allah is our Razak, the provider, and He appreciates when we seek our livelihood through honest, halal means. Now, let's delve into the first of the 9 forbidden professions in Islam, which is fraudulent transactions. Engaging in fraudulent transactions is a practice that is strictly forbidden in Islam. This profession involves any form of deception or manipulation to earn money, whether it's selling a product with misleading information, manipulating financial records, or any other form of deceit. Such actions are considered haram, or forbidden. The Holy Quran, in Surah Al-Mutaffifin, warns against those who cheat in transactions. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also emphasized the importance of honesty in trade. He said, "A truthful and trustworthy merchant will be with the prophets, the truthful and the martyrs." This hadith clearly shows the high status of a truthful trader in the eyes of Allah. So, why engage in fraudulent activities when honesty in trade can elevate one's status to be among the prophets, the truthful and the martyrs? It's a reminder that a quick gain from deceitful means is not worth the spiritual loss and the consequences in the hereafter. So remember, a profession that involves deceiving others is not permissible in Islam. As Muslims, we are encouraged to seek our livelihood through honest and pure means, ensuring that our income is halal and pleasing to Allah. Moving on to the second forbidden profession. Imagine a courtroom, a place where truth should prevail and justice should be the order of the day. But what if the scales of justice are tipped in favor of falsehood? In Islam, the role of an unjust lawyer or judge is considered forbidden. If one defends a guilty client, knowingly distorts justice, or uses their position for personal gain, they commit a grave transgression. Such actions are considered haram, as they stand in direct opposition to the principles of truth and fairness that Islam holds dear. Now let's shift our focus to the marketplace. Picture a bustling bazaar filled with all sorts of goods. But not all goods are created equal, at least not in the eyes of Islam. This brings us to our third forbidden profession, trading in forbidden objects. In Islam, selling items that lead others into sinful activities is strictly prohibited. This includes objects like gambling instruments, prohibited musical instruments, or statues that encourage idolatry. The sale of such items not only promotes sinful behavior, but also represents an active participation in these wrongdoings. Remember, the professions we choose are not just about earning a living. They are an extension of our beliefs, our values, and our commitment to doing what's right. These professions, which distort justice or promote sinful activities, are thus not in line with Islamic principles. Let's delve into the fourth forbidden profession. This profession is one that breaks not just the laws of man, but also the divine mandate set forth by Allah. It's the profession of smuggling. Now, smuggling encompasses illegal trade or transporting goods through unauthorized means. It's considered a serious transgression because it involves deceit, dishonesty, and the potential for harm and injustice. It's a profession that thrives on the dark corners of society, and it is considered haram or forbidden in Islam. Moving on, we come to the fifth forbidden profession, acting in immoral or useless roles. Now, this might seem a bit vague, so let's break it down. Acting in roles that go against Islamic values, promote falsehood, or have no moral benefit is discouraged. This can include roles that portray sinful behavior, promote harmful ideologies, or simply waste time and resources without providing any real value to society. It's not just about the nature of the roles, but also the impact they have on the audience. The actions performed in these roles can mislead others, encouraging them to stray from the path of righteousness. Remember, Our professions are not just a means to earn a living. They're a part of our identity, a reflection of our values, and a way to contribute positively to society. As Muslims, we are encouraged to seek lawful and pure means of livelihood, to maintain a strong relationship with Allah, and to uphold the principles of justice and morality in all that we do. Engaging in illegal trade or acting in roles that go against Islamic values are not permissible professions. Now on to the sixth forbidden profession. In our journey of understanding, we discover that the realm of network marketing, specifically pyramid schemes, is also a forbidden ground. These models are often intricate, masquerading as legitimate business opportunities. However, beneath the glossy veneer, they exploit others for unjust profit. The crux of these schemes is not the sale of actual products or services, but rather the recruitment of more and more unsuspecting individuals into the system. This exploitation and the absence of a fair, tangible exchange of goods or services makes such practices incompatible with the principles of Islam. Moving forward, we unveil the seventh forbidden profession, working in usury-based banks. At the heart of this prohibition is the concept of riba, or interest. Any involvement in interest-based transactions within financial institutions is strictly prohibited in Islam. This stems from the Quran's explicit condemnation of usury, a practice that often leads to the unjust accumulation of wealth and fosters inequality. In essence, working in institutions that promote riba is synonymous with supporting practices that are fundamentally against the teachings of Islam. The profession becomes a conduit for the spread of a system that Islam deems unjust and exploitative, hence making it haram. In conclusion, professions that exploit others or involve usury are thus not permissible in Islam. The pursuit of a livelihood, while necessary, should not compromise our moral and spiritual obligations. The path of righteousness may sometimes be complex, but through understanding and faith, we can navigate it with confidence and grace. We continue our journey of discovery in the next couple of minutes, where we delve into the remaining forbidden professions. Finally, we arrive at the last two forbidden professions. The eighth profession that is strictly forbidden in Islam is working in commercial insurance. Now, this might seem surprising to some, but let's delve into why this profession is considered haram. Commercial insurance operates on the principle of uncertainty, also known as gara in Arabic. This means that the outcome of an insurance contract is uncertain and unpredictable. Moreover, insurance also involves riba, or interest, another component that is strictly prohibited in Islam. The reason for this prohibition is that insurance includes elements of gambling and usury, both of which are deemed unacceptable in Islamic teachings. Moving on to the ninth and final forbidden profession, engaging in occult practices. This includes any profession that involves magic, witchcraft, or the use of supernatural forces for personal gain. These practices are strictly forbidden in Islam because they rely on powers other than Allah. This includes practices such as astrology, divination, and sorcery. They are seen as haram due to their reliance on powers other than Allah, and because they can potentially harm others. To conclude, these 9 professions are forbidden in Islam, as they go against the principles of lawful and pure livelihood. It's important to remember that our professions should not only serve our worldly needs, but also uphold our spiritual values.